Well, it's really good to see all of you here. And I don't know, my heart feels really full. So um, I'm just going to start with the intention. As we sit together, may it be with the blessings of the divine that we cultivate peace for ourselves and others. Through our practice, we are healed and reside with the divine that illuminates us. By living peace, we bring peace to the world that surrounds us. So when I was getting ready for this talk, I kind of opened it up, and what came to me was this concept of the inner well, and so we'll be talking about that today. Um, so let's just get started with a grounding meditation. So as you sense into yourself, taking a nice deep breath, just go ahead and from the first chakra, envision the line of connection that goes all the way down to the center of the planet. And as you envision this connection, go ahead and have that intention that this grounding is just for you. This is your personal connection from the first chakra, the root chakra, going all the way down to the center of the planet. And it's for your incarnation this lifetime. So your body's connection with the earth, your soul's connection with you as a living being on this earth. Deep breath and exhale. And with the exhale, having that same intention that whatever doesn't serve can simply be released. Another breath and that exhale. Letting go, whatever doesn't serve can just flow down the grounding and be refreshed from that place. And sensing into your body now, notice where you might be holding some tension. And wherever that is, just envision your breath going right into that place and then exhaling it out. Just like water, it just flows all the way down the grounding. So as I was meditating on this place, I'm going to call it a place of inner, it's like the words that came to me was, it's an inner well, like WELL. And what is a well, right? A well, it's deep. It has life-giving water in it. It's dark in there, but dark in a way that's very peaceful, quiet. And so an inner well of peace and well-being. How does that look in our life? And I thought of babies. When a baby is just in its crib and it's just quiet, it might murmur to itself. It's very quiet. There's a sense of peace when all the physical needs are met. And then children, small children, when again, they're comfortable and they feel safe, but there's a quietness in their play, a kind of peaceful, present kind of feeling. they're so engaged in the brick or whatever toy that they're looking at, or whatever it is that they're spending time with. And just as you sense into that quality of vibration, this peaceful, present, there's no history, there's no future, there's just presence. And so, what happens to this contact with the inner well? And, we all go through growing up. There's this development of the ego. And the ego, in its most healthy form, it helps us live our lives in this modern world in in like a civilized community. And part of this early development, it needs outer validation, right? To tell us what is good, what is bad, what is needed. It's called learning. It happens at home, at school, and it's useful, right? It's very useful. But in its unhealthy form, it can get kind of twisted in order to feel okay, to feel good. So there's good things about the ego. But what can happen with this ego is that we forget who we really are. And we start to think that who we are and what we think we are is based on what's on the outside, accomplishments, money, what other people think or say about us. We chase, I would call them like a kind of a false god. And we forget about this inner well. So what happens to it? Did it go away? Did it disappear? No, it did not. It is always there, waiting, waiting for you to come back. And this place is a birthright, your true self that exists far beyond this body. People come and go in your life. Places you live can change, our jobs change, our bodies age. Everything in this physical world changes in a material way. It can disappear, right? But this inner world, this inner well, is actually unchanging. It is always with you, it is always there. So some of you might be wondering, how do I get back in touch with this? Right? Or maybe some of you already never lost touch with it. But meditation, cultivating a quiet stillness, but also having the desire to be with it. The desire, following the desire, can bring you back to this place, this inner well of peace and well-being. And I'm not saying, this contact is going to solve all the problems, but it can support you through all the difficult times, the chaos and the uncertainty. Just take a nice deep breath right now. Exhale. And just notice how you're feeling right now. What shows up? talking about this place. And just check your grounding, the first chakra grounding. Seeing it in your mind's eye very clearly, like a tree root. And then let's go on a little journey together. See if we can just learn more about this inner well. So let's start just with some belly breaths. The belly place below the belly button, but above the pubic bone, couple inches in. And as you inhale, envision the breath flowing right into your belly. And on the exhale, just releasing, letting whatever's ready to be let go from here flow down the grounding. And again, deep breath right into the belly and releasing. See if you can get a sense of what it's like in your belly. Is there a color or a vibration? Now bringing your attention up into your heart center, the middle of your chest. And again, breathing in, deep breath right into your heart, and exhale whatever's not serving all the way down the grounding. Another breath right into the heart. Exhale. Sensing right into your heart. What is here? What's it like in your own heart? Now moving your attention right up into your mind center. And some breaths here, breathing right in to your mind. Another breath. Exhaling, letting go of all that is no longer serving. And now, as you sense yourself as a being, belly, heart, mind, just melting tensions and releasing thoughts. Just know yourself filled with light, a golden, sparkling, divine light. And see if you can get a sense. What is your inner well? It might look like an actual well, or it might look like the ocean or a tree. What does your inner well look like? And notice if you're aware of it more strongly in your physical space, like in a particular place. And as you sense your own personal inner well, like I said, an image might come up, but sometimes it's just a color. And for some, you might see nothing, and that's fine too. But if you could, where would it be? What would it be like? So right now, we're just taking a look at it and just notice how you feel. Do you feel comfortable? Do you feel scared? Do you feel frustrated? What do you feel inside as you start to make some contact with this place? Give it a breath. Now see if you can get a little closer, your attention or your awareness, just a little closer to this place. And if it doesn't feel good, just stay where you are or back off. How far away feels good and what feels supportive? Allow yourself to be there. It might be right next to it. It might be right under it. Wherever it is, just notice for yourself what feels good. And then also notice, what is that like to be this close to your inner well? Do you recognize it? So as you breathe now, I want you to envision your breath moving from your belly, like your low back, up the spine, up into your head, and then down the front on the exhale. So inhaling up the back and exhaling down the front. So it forms a kind of loop, a golden loop with this divine light. Inhaling up the back, exhaling down the front. And we'll meditate together in silence for 10 minutes. If you floated away, just bring yourself back, sensing your belly, your heart, and your mind. And sense your breath flowing up the spine with the golden light, up through the mind and the crown, and then down into the belly. Taking a deep breath, integrating breath. The more you are able to get in touch with this inner well, the deeper it goes and the more supportive it can be for you. And it shows up when it's needed. This is the source from which inner peace arises. Go ahead now and envision the big gold sun, just full of divine light, divine love. And in your mind's eye, just watch as this light fills you up from the crown all the way through your head, down through your throat, your shoulders, and your chest. Breathe it in. Fills up all your inner organs, down through your pelvic area, your legs, your arms, and your back. Deep integrating breath. And from here, create your intention for the rest of the month or for the next month. I'll take you through Thanksgiving and part of December. An intention, maybe something about your inner well, the contact with it. And when you're ready, just give it a bow to close the cycle. And we'll take some time to check in. Thank you, everyone.